We'll do a close-up on my golf ball. Lions 2024.
Oh, yes.
Let's go, boys. And I certainly can hit the ball that shape easier now than what I did on tour. And then 4 Vokies in 4 degree gapping.
Yep.
So 46, 50, 54, 58 for me.
Yep.
The 11th here at Quldi at Nudgee is going to be a test of something in the long end of the bag.
Yeah.
So this week is a maybe for the 2 iron to come in instead of the 2 hybrid, because of how windy it gets here at Nudgee.
Yeah.
I don't know what my whether I have a natural shape anymore. I don't sort of play. I mean, I play to the situation, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always faded it when I was, on tour probably.
Yeah.
So I probably play golf right to left as a general rule.
Yeah.
And then, move it the other way if I feel like the shot kind of calls for it. That's probably normal there. Yeah, I call it the hostage. I mean, it's a bit full on, but I call it the hostage shape. If your family was held hostage, what shape would you hit to hit a 7 iron on the green, or to hit a driver into the fairway? And if your family's held hostage, well, this is the highest stakes. So that kind of usually tells you what your shape is. My wife, I yelled something. I was yahooing. And my wife's like, hey, can you quieten down a little bit? I said, quieten down a little bit. It's 3/4 time.
Yeah.
We haven't won a premiership since before our kids were born. I said, the noise is only going louder from here. I said, so take it or leave it. All right, let's go play some golf. Might have to cut that.
The first rule of YouTube, you always just hold your finish.
I mean, you have to kind of play it in this direction, in that you're playing from tee to green, but a lot of the times I'm standing on the green at the other end and looking back and thinking, right, where do I want to hit into this green from? Sure. So you kind of play what you see off the tee and, with the wind. And so there I hit a 3-wood, because I've often hit 3-wood just off here, and just hit a little slider, which obviously I didn't slide today, but then I hit a 4 iron that sort of went to the normal spot because the wind's non-existent, I suppose. So you're just trying to figure out, if you want to hit it from there to the green, in whatever conditions you've got, how do you get it there? So not necessarily change completely with your tactics, but maybe go, right, if I want to hit from there to the putting surface, how do I get the ball to there in all the different winds, if that makes sense? So standing on the tee, you're looking at trouble as well. I suppose you're looking at where do you want to avoid. This hole's got plenty of it. It's got water right and left. Yeah, certainly if you can drive it over this little tongue of water here that sort of sticks out in the fairway, which is probably 250 carry, 260 maybe if you dragged it a bit left, to be safe. So a lot of the guys have got that these days with the ball and the driver, and all these young guys. I must admit, walking around today, I feel like a grandpa compared to all these young boys. And even looking over the list, I think there's Jason Norris, who's maybe 50, and myself at 49, and the rest of them are pretty young. The top 3 guys from that, get themselves into the field. So
You obviously played all right.
I won that. So got myself a spot. Interestingly, there's no dots out here yet. This is kind of what a lot of the players will do. We can use rangefinders this week, but they're still giving you your numbers. So to carry the water just there is from the back tee is 265. So it's 258 with the downhill. So you've got to carry it 258 to get over the hazard line from the back tee. So, that's still a decent nudge. You know, so guys are not really, a lot of the guys won't take that on, but the big bombers definitely will, and then they're, you know, hitting little wedges in. It makes a massive difference to the hole. You know, when this is a tough hole, it's 400 plus, and often first hole of the tournament nerves are there as well. So, you know, hitting the ball into the heart of this green, I think, is my idea for something like this, and then just feel like I can putt to wherever the pins are, you know, and not being ultra aggressive here. Certainly not to a left pin. We had that sort of nice left to right breeze, and a back right pin or something, you could probably be a little more aggressive, because at least if you miss it short side in the bunker here and the wind's a little this way at you, you've got a okay chance of getting it up and down. Pros get nervous, definitely, especially this club pro playing tour events. But I mean, Adam Scott often talks about Augusta being, first tee at Augusta being the most nervous he is all year, you know. So if it's good enough for Adam Scott to be nervous, I definitely will be nervous. And I think how long your nerves hang around for is probably the difference from when I used to play on tour all the time to being someone who doesn't play too much on tour anymore. And then trying to figure out how quick are they. It looks glassy, but not super quick down there. And then really what you're looking for as well is trying to figure out where will they have pins. So often where they got a pin on a Monday, it's not where they're going to have it during the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the next 2 days as well will be similar. They'll use some pin locations up that they're not going to use in the tournament. So I would think we'll have something tucked in back over here at the change of colour, deep. They'll probably have one in this back section just here. They'll probably put one down in this front right section here as well. And then maybe one just on the top of this little shelf in the middle of the green. So 245 left edge, 255 right edge.
The speed won't change too much coming into the weekend, would it?
Not a lot. I reckon
It might
it'll
increase
be,
a tiny bit with a bit more rolling, I suppose. But
not too. And because of the wind here, they can't let them get you know, too fast.
great shot.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You know, generally speaking, coming into this week, I kind of look at the par fives as all just 3-shot holes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
make par and you don't really lose anything on the field.
No, and I feel like, you know, you can still make some birdies with your wedge game, but
yeah, some good approaches and you're on.
But yeah, certainly trying to feel like I'm not going to go off the tee, because I think when you go off the tee, I think that's where you'll get your penalties.
Yeah.
Because I don't play, you know, tour golf anymore. It's like, oh, just go and enjoy yourself. And they have one tucked right in the back there below the slope as well.
Yeah, that was the pennant one where I cried. I wanted to cry.
Greens are rolling pretty good.
They are.
Got some
This
speed
one here
about
too,
it.
is this 13? 14?
That's 14. Like, I like it. I think the framing of the second shot
Yeah.
is magic. So
I find the whole entire hole just super intimidating. I got up there and just hit iron off the tee. I was like,
there's plenty of holes here like that.
Yeah.
When you think about it,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Just bullies you into it.
there's a lot of intimidation in the venue as a whole. Bit of break.
That's what it was designed as, though, wasn't it? To be, well, because ideally they wanted to host stuff like this, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the intention, that, you know, they'd create one
Yeah.
championship
And then one
style
member,
layout and one that
member,
was a bit
member friendly.
bit easier.
Yeah. Bit of slide on it.
And just try and, you know, create those two different golf courses
Yeah, yeah.
for themselves to give to the members.
Yeah.